Ironwood, the roar of Harley-Davidsons echoed through the dense pines of Ironwood National Forest. The Kings of Chrome, a notorious biker gang, thundered down the old forest road, their leather jackets gleaming with silver skull patches. At the helm, Marcus Grim Hatcher, a towering figure with a gravelly voice and a reputation as ruthless as the open road, led his pack, a convoy of rebellion on two wheels. This wasn't their usual territory, but rumors of an old castle hidden deep within the woods had piqued Grim's interest. Whispers of black SUVs, barbed wire fences, and armed guards circulated, but Grim dismissed them as mere folklore. To him, the idea of a fortress hidden within the heart of America was laughable. He craved excitement, a thrill, and perhaps some plunder to add to his collection. As they emerged from the misty expanse of pines, an imposing sight met their eyes. A colossal fortress, its grey stone walls gleaming as if freshly polished, rose before them. It seemed out of place, as if plucked from medieval Europe and dropped into the American wilderness. The castle boasted a moat, a drawbridge, and banners depicting a golden eagle clutching a sword. Guards clad in black combat gear patrolled the walls, their presence a stark contrast to the tranquility of the forest. Grim sneered. "What in the hell is this? A Ren Fair?" The gang chuckled, but a flicker of unease danced in their eyes. The compound emanated an aura of danger, a palpable sense of menace. Yet, fueled by arrogance and a thirst for adventure, Grim pressed on. "Let's go knock," he growled, revving his engine. As the gang approached the gate, a guard stepped forward. Tall and imposing, with piercing eyes that scanned the bikers like a predator sizing up its prey, he raised a hand, signaling them to halt. "This is restricted property," the guard declared calmly. "Turn around and leave." Grim smirked, lighting a cigarette. "Yeah? What are you guarding, soldier boy? The Holy Grail?" The guard remained unfazed. "This is your final warning. Depart immediately." Grim scoffed and spat on the ground. "Or what? You gonna hit us with your toy swords?" Before the guard could respond, Tony Razor McCoy, a hot-headed member of the gang, revved his engine and lunged forward, spinning his back tire to spray dirt at the guard. The soldiers on the wall tensed, rifles aimed downwards. "Hold fire," the guard barked. "Let them make their choice." Grim's arrogance flared. He gestured for Razor to pull back. "All right, tough guy, we'll leave. But first, let's see what you're hiding." He waved his hand, and the gang surged forward, tires screeching as they raced towards the drawbridge. The guard sighed and tapped his earpiece. "Initiate response protocol Alpha 1. The soldiers unleashed. The drawbridge began to rise, but the bikers were already halfway across. As the first bikes reached the edge, black-clad soldiers erupted from hidden bunkers on either side of the moat. They moved with precision, their boots pounding in unison. In seconds, the bikers were encircled. "What the?" Grim roared, but the soldiers were too swift. Non-lethal rounds whizzed through the air, puncturing tires and shattering windshields. Smoke grenades hissed, engulfing the area in a thick, choking cloud. The bikers fought back with whatever they had, chains, knives, even handguns, but they were hopelessly outmatched. The soldiers moved like shadows, their hand-to-hand combat skills dismantling the gang with chilling efficiency. Grim found himself on the ground, a boot pressing against his chest. "Stand down," the soldier commanded coldly. Grim wheezed, glaring up at his captor. "You're dead, all of you. You don't know who you're messing with." The soldier leaned closer, his voice low and laced with menace. "Neither do you." The secrets of Ironwood. Hours later, Grim and his gang were stripped of their weapons and shackled in a dimly lit chamber beneath the castle. The walls were adorned with advanced technology, monitors, weapon racks, and maps covered in classified markings. Soldiers patrolled the area, their conversations hushed but urgent. A man entered the room, his presence commanding. He wasn't clad in combat gear, but rather in a tailored suit adorned with military insignia. His sharp blue eyes locked onto Grim. "I'm Colonel David Starks," he stated, his voice icy. "You've trespassed on a top-secret installation. That was your first mistake." Grim growled. "What the hell is this place? Some government freak show?" Starks smirked. "Close. This is the Ironwood Tactical Operations Facility. We're a covert unit tasked with national security operations, and you just became a problem." Grim spat at the colonel's feet. "You think some fancy title scares me? I've been shot at, stabbed, and buried alive. You're just another suit." Starks leaned in, his expression unwavering. "We're not here to scare you. We're here to eliminate you." The reckoning. The bikers quickly realized they were out of their depth. Starks interrogated them. extracting every ounce of information about their gang's operations, allies, and enemies. Grim held out the longest, but the soldiers' psychological tactics were relentless. One by one, the gang's tough facade crumbled. Meanwhile, Grim began to notice unsettling details about the soldiers. They weren't just trained killers. They were extraordinary. Their reflexes were superhuman, their strength almost otherworldly. Grim witnessed one soldier effortlessly lift a motorcycle as if it were a toy, and another move with such speed that he seemed to blur. When Grim finally broke, Starks revealed the truth. "We're not ordinary soldiers," he said. "Ironwood is a joint operation between the military and a private biotech firm. We're enhancing human capabilities, strength, speed, intelligence, to create the next generation of warriors. You stumbled into the future of warfare." Grim's defiance dissolved into fear. "You're insane," he muttered. Starks chuckled. "Perhaps, but we're necessary." The escape. In the dead of night, Grim and a handful of bikers managed to overpower a guard and escape their cells. They stole uniforms and weapons, attempting to blend in with the patrols. Grim's plan was desperate: find their bikes, radio for backup, and burn the castle to the ground. But as they navigated the labyrinthine corridors, they encountered something horrifying. The lab. Rows of tanks lined the walls, each containing a soldier suspended in a glowing blue liquid. Scientists in white coats monitored the tanks, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow. The sight chilled Grim to the bone. This wasn't just a military base. It was a laboratory, a place where humanity was being experimented on, twisted, and transformed into something beyond human comprehension. The escape, once a desperate bid for freedom, now felt like an escape from a nightmare. Grim realized with a chilling certainty that they had stumbled upon something far more dangerous than they could ever have imagined. The Fortress of Iron